Hi, so this video is for a sensitive soul. I felt called to channel a message the other day and I wrote it down, and it's gonna resonate with someone who considers themselves a sensitive soul. So if you're watching this video, I assume that you feel like you're someone who's sensitive. So I'm gonna read this. I wrote it on my phone. Okay, so in every room I walk in, I absorb all the energy like a sponge. I notice the tension, the awkwardness, the joy, the unspoken thoughts that fill the air. Navigating in rooms feels heavy. It feels like I'm dragging my way around. In the feeling of things, my feelings submerge with the pre-existing emotions and energies. Now I no longer know if what I'm carrying are my own thoughts or is what I absorbed. That's why I need time alone to cleanse. I refuse to be a sponge. Now I'm simply an observer. I observe and move on. I don't carry anything with me. I reserve that weight of carrying others' emotions for my loved ones, but only for a while. As they learn to navigate through their own field, I release their weight, for they too must learn to carry it. Only now it's lighter. First of all, I am a sensitive soul, so I resonate with this message, and I just feel like obviously there's so many other people like me, and I know how hard it is to navigate through this life as a sensitive soul. Like, you feel as if your body is very heavy. The vision that I was getting is someone like walking through the ocean, but like the currents are moving like this and you're moving towards the currents, and the currents are pushing you and you're trying to push against the currents. So it's this heaviness, like you're walking through life with a heaviness, because in every room that you step in, like, you absorb so much without you even knowing, right? You can sense people's emotions, people's intentions, and even if they try to fool you, like let's say they tell you one thing, you can pick up that they mean something else. And that's a lot, especially for people who don't have good intentions. Like, you can see right through them. And what I'm getting is also because you're very sensitive, you tend to stay to yourself. You tend to just be quiet and not say much, maybe because you feel like if you express what you're feeling, you're gonna be misunderstood, or they're just not gonna get you. So you keep a lot of things to yourself, and you're a really, 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 really observant person. And when you're observing people in the way that they move, in the way that they talk, and just the way that they are, when you're in that observant state, which is something natural and something that happens like every day, every moment, that's just who you are, that's just your essence. When you're in this state, like I was saying before, you might not say much, and I feel like people take that as you not knowing much, like they underestimate you and they talk at you instead of talk with you, because they feel like if you don't say much, that's because you don't know much. Like, they underestimate your intelligence. And what I feel like, you are someone who is so freaking smart. And I'm not just saying that, like, think about it, someone who's able to perceive energies that are like subconscious, like, that's intellect. So others take your quietness as naivety, but that's not you being naive, that's just you observing. And what I was saying earlier about people talking at you instead of with you, like, you can be a dumping ground of people's thoughts and opinions. Like, people just talk, just they're just, hey, my throat chakra. That's why I'm holding this lapis lazuli to help me with my throat chakra, because I feel like my mind moves faster than my thoughts move faster than, okay, whoever gets it. What I was saying earlier about people speaking at you instead of with you, because you're quiet, people just dump their opinions and their unsolicited advice because they think that you're naive and that you don't know much. But baby girl, baby boy, whoever you are watching this, you know a lot. You know a lot, but not a lot of people know that because you keep to yourself. You keep to yourself because you feel drained. Like, this can be draining, absorbing just everything. Like, literally everything just consumes your energy. This is a very heavy feeling. I feel like sometimes you want to say something, but you don't contribute to the conversation because you already know what the other person is gonna say. So it's like, what's the point? You know what I mean? So you keep to yourself a lot, and can make you feel like lonely in a way because you feel maybe misunderstood, or you feel like no one can really relate to how you think or just how you are. I'm getting like, because you're a sensitive person, you're not someone who's very like quick to speak. Whatever you have to say, like, it takes time. You have to feel, because you feel through things. So when you communicate, you have to feel through your words and through your thoughts before you speak. So, and a lot of conversations are very like, they're very quick and they're very fast paced, right? And there's not much depth to them. I'm not saying all the conversation, but a lot of conversations, there's not much depth. Very small talk, like that. Like, think about it. When someone asks, how are you? It's so natural for us to say, I'm good, and you? But are you really good? Like, it's just a natural response. And a lot of conversations are like that. It's very like, this is what you're supposed to say, blah, 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 blah. But you're not really like expressing yourself. But for you, you're someone who feels so much. So the average conversation for you, it feels disconnected. You need conversations that are slow, conversations that are intentional, because this is the only way that you're going to be able to express how you're feeling. And maybe because you don't have a lot of people in your life that you can have these types of conversation with, you stay to yourself and you don't contribute to conversations a lot. And maybe you might even think that you're shy, or you're socially awkward, but in reality you're not. You're not around people who stimulate you in a way that aligns with who you are. Yes. Claque. So you're probably someone who's very selective. Like, you don't talk to everyone, but when you meet someone and you feel like you can resonate with them on a soul level, you tend to talk a lot. Like, a lot. Because your soul feels comfortable with this person, so you're able to express yourself properly. And then you can meet another person at the next minute and you're going to be very quiet. That's because your energy, your soul is picking up on who they are, and there's something about them that doesn't resonate with you, so you tend to go back to yourself. So if you're watching this video and you're not someone who's like aware of that, like, try to pick up on, like, when you're having conversations with other people, try to pick up how you show up. Just a personal story, like, I was in class one time and I keep to myself, I sit in the corner. I don't talk to people, like, unless you speak to me, then I'll speak to you, but otherwise I'll just stay to myself. So I did that like the whole semester, and then towards the end of the semester, this guy came up to me. He used to sit like right across, like 2 seats next to me, but we never spoke. But towards the end of the semester, he started making small talk with me, and just by the first conversation, like, I felt really comfortable with him. So I started talking to him more and more and more. In one of our conversations, I remember him saying to me, "Wow, you're really talkative." And that just made me like, that just made me laugh, because I'm like, I feel because I don't talk to people, maybe some people perceive me that as quiet, or like, oh, she thinks she's better than other people, why is she not talking to people? But it's none of that. Like I said, like, when you feel comfortable with someone, you will talk. you will talk. So pick up on that and then adjust, you know, talk to people who you feel safe with, who you feel comfortable with. Talk to people who handle your sensitivity with care, because you deserve that. You being a sensitive soul, that's just who you are. That's your essence. So you deserve to be around people who accept you for all that you are, right? And you don't deserve to be around people who make you feel like you're too much, or people who mishandle your sensitivity. Like the average thing, someone can take it lightly, but for you, it might hurt deeper, and you might feel like, dang, like, why am I over exaggerating, or why am I like feeling so many emotions over this small thing that happened to me? But it's just because you're sensitive, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're just sensitive, and that's okay, you know? I think that can be like used as almost like an insult, even. Like when people tell you, oh, you're so sensitive. Like, oh, it's not a big deal. You're so sensitive. It is a big deal to me. And yes, I'm sensitive, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know? Like, own it. Own your sensitivity. You're sensitive, and that's a good thing, because I feel like sensitivity and compassion go, what's the saying? In hand? Yeah. Like sensitivity and compassion are almost like two sides of the same coin. I'm trying to use metaphors, but I'm not someone who uses metaphors. It feels so like, shut the hell up. But yeah, sensitivity and compassion, because like, if you're a sensitive soul, like, you're not someone who hurts others because you know how it feels to be hurt, and you know it in a deeper level. So you're someone who's very compassionate, and that's a good thing. So your sensitivity is a superpower, and these are people who do well with like if we're thinking about jobs, like, you're someone who would do well in jobs that require vulnerability, because you just have that in you. If you resonate with this message, just try to find an outlet for you to let out these energies, because every single day you pick up on a lot, and it can like mix with a lot of energies, and then you're gonna feel foggy. Your mind is not gonna feel clear. So you need an outlet. I am a sucker for journaling, but it doesn't have to be journaling. It can be anything. It could be lifting weights, boxing, whatever. Just finding an outlet that you can do every day, just to let out these energies, so that you feel lighter, and that way you know what's your energy and what isn't. Because sometimes you can find yourself feeling sad and overwhelmed, and you don't know why. There is a high chance that it has nothing to do with you. You picked up on someone's energy. So if you can carve out some time alone just to release it all, do that. That's the only tip that I have. At least that's what I am doing. So I can only tell you what I'm doing and what works for me. If I find another tip, then I'm gonna make another video. But yeah, this is just for the sensitive souls that just needed a message from one sensitive soul to another. I feel you. I see you. I resonate with you. You're fine. Own it. And yeah, bye.